We are headed to Agawa Bay in Lake Superior Provincial Park, and we do a little pit stop in Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie to refuel and get some essentials. The drive was absolutely long, but stunning. So our first opportunity to pull over to a lookout when we actually saw Lake Superior was a must. The water was so crystal clear and gorgeous and beautiful. The sun was shining. We were really excited to continue on and just get right to the park.
We made it all the way to Lake Superior Provincial Park, and we are all set up on our campsite. I'm so excited to show you our site and sort of where it's situated and around the park. I am already in love with the views and this spot.
From booking online and seeing the photos of this site, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but oh my goodness, it's a corner site and across from us is the lake. It is pretty much a lakefront view. I can sit on my site and look at the water. It was absolutely a pleasant surprise to have a site that was just situated so wonderfully. There's a little bit of a road between us and the beach and the lake there, but it is only one way, so there is not a lot of traffic. It's not very noisy in this particular area. And we have so much space between us and all of our neighbors. So even though these trees are all very tall and skinny, we do have quite a bit of privacy and space between our neighbors. We have lots of options to put our hammocks up with these trees. There is quite a bit of sort of maneuvering because of the trees in terms of how to set everything up, but it was fairly easy. And then on the other side is where we have our campfire and where we have our picnic table for dinners and lunches and hanging out. A bit of a long travel day, so we got set up, sort of enjoyed the views and took everything in leisurely, and then got dinner going because we noticed the sun was already starting to come down. A little bit of pasta and noodles and cheese and a lovely sunset for our first evening here. I really wanted to get my feet into the lake, so I went down to the beach after supper and wobbled around a little bit. Did not have my water shoes unpacked yet, but the sunset was so beautiful. It was so overwhelming to finally be there, and just finished off the night with a campfire in bed. Waking up to this view could not be any better. So first things first, let's go check out the bathroom situation. They do have those vault toilets, but also a comfort station nearby. Pretty standard, typical comfort station. Nothing out of the ordinary to report. Weather looks great, so we are excited to explore, and we're going to start with the pictographs. Just a short drive outside of the park, and you do need to have some good shoes for this. The hike down was a little bit tougher than I thought. I actually wasn't sure what to expect, but here's a little bit of what you can expect walking down to where the pictographs are. The views are spectacular once you get down there, and then they do have a little area where you can read a little bit about the history, get to know sort of why the pictographs are there, and then you can actually sort of walk along that rock wall to go and take a look at them. It's a bit slippery, but incredible being there.
So surprisingly, I don't know what I was expecting. I have seen videos of people coming to see the pictographs, and it was way more challenging than I thought, walking those rocks and not slipping, just going slow and holding on. Everything was great. To me, it felt magical. I really, really enjoyed it, and looking up at these giant rocks, I mean, takes your breath away. Highly recommend.
Just another short drive away from the pictographs is a little spot called Sand River Falls. There's a parking lot that you can pull into and then just walk along the actual falls. It is a little bit steep and at times it gets a little bit scary, but it's very much worth it, and it's a very easy walk up. It's gorgeous. You can spend a lot of time just hanging out there, and we saw people picnicking right on the rocks because you can get right into the falls, I guess depending what the water levels are like, but today they were raging, but lots of opportunities to sort of sit and enjoy and relax as well. After the falls, I was on a mission to find Bathtub Island, and it's supposed to be off Catherine Cove, which this was the first place we stopped. It looked like almost a private beach. There was just a few people there, so we sort of walked over to the other side to try to find this little island, and I'm not sure that we did. The wind was picking up and a little bit of rain was coming through anyway, so we just headed back to the park to check out more of the sights, more of the beach. Since I didn't find Bathtub Island, I took my own tub and jumped into Lake Superior. It was quite the cold plunge, but thankfully the afternoon sun was nice and warm, came out, so after drying off, I really just enjoyed an afternoon reading on the beach and warming up, soaking in the sunshine.
One of the only downfalls that I'm sort of experiencing already is just a little bit of the noise. You might be able to hear in the background of this video, but we are very closely situated to the highway here. And any time of day and throughout the evening, you do hear some of that highway traffic coming around.
A simple dinner coming up. Campfire hot dogs are a must at least once when you're camping, but I mix them up with a little bit of baked beans and some toast, red wine, and I am ready for the most beautiful sunset. So thankful for such a gorgeous day because the rain came and got us overnight, and we were lucky to pack up in dry weather before the next set of storms came in. And of course, we had to check out the visitor center before we left. Up next, we are heading to Killarney, and the weather keeps coming. I've tried some new meals, I do a great hike, and I hope you come along with me.